Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything, with Vic still looking like a restless king.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for Free Alpha Friday. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm glad you guys got a chance to join. Here shortly, I'm just waiting for the people to come in through the Substacks, through the Discord side. And we are going to go over the trade plan this morning, and we're going to trade together for till noon. So I got to take my kid to Purdue to look at some colleges around 12. And so I figure I'll hang out with you guys from now until noon. So it should be kind of fun. As we start to roll in here on the Discord side, in about 5 minutes, I will go ahead and start talking about today. So I shall return. We're doing Free Alpha Friday today, so I'm giving people a chance to take a sneak peek at exactly what we look at. I'm streaming basically the same thing that you're looking at, actually the same exact screen that you're looking at, so it'd be interesting. The only thing they have on here is my pretty face, so this will be fun. We're going to go over the trade plan here shortly, Kay. I want to run over it from top to bottom in about 2 minutes. And, I know people usually pile in here about 5 minutes before the open, but they're going to miss it. But that's okay. These guys are in the Discord room. So we will kind of go through a little bit. So, yeah, relaxing weekend, no joke. I actually have to go to Purdue today, my kid's college tour. And then tomorrow we go to Notre Dame. So I kind of have 2 days packed full of college tours. But I'll be glad when that's over. It's done after that. So. For some reason, dude, I'm telling you, I sit in front of 8 screens. My office is so freaking hot. Sitting in here in a tank top and still sweating. Here they come. Jeez, Timmy. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Bill, pleasure to see you this morning. Peter, how we doing, Peter? I see Peter's in here. Peter, I think you're in the Discord room. You should pop in here if you get a chance. No worries. If not, Signal Theater. Patricia, hey, what's up? How you doing, Patricia? Jim O'Donnell in the house. So, guys, I will not be looking at the comments a whole lot, kind of sporadically throughout the day. Obviously, I have the Discord pulled up. These guys are, right in my face constantly. So I may or may not be in and out of the comments a little bit. So let's go ahead and Sheenan, what's up, buddy? How we doing? We're gonna get a nice little crew in here today. I got a feeling. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the trade plan right now with everybody. So This is, I'm just going to do the top down for everybody. Okay. So listen, right now, I wrote this trade plan for everybody. And for those of you guys who are trade plan subscribers, this should be very redundant for you, but we're going to run it from the top down. Okay. Just so that we know exactly what's up and kind of go from there. So as usual, we're going to start with VIX here real fast. Looks like one of our levels is actually getting a perfect trade right now. So we're going to use this 1897 once again on VIX for above below. This is going to be our big momentum shift for the day, guys. If we're above 1897, we can get some pressure on the indices, and below it, we'll get a little bit of headwind. I do truly believe that if we come down here, one of these two dailies will play, or potentially both. So look for the 1817 for a reaction and 1748. This, in my opinion, would be good places to take targets if you are long already on the indices. Obviously, if we push up here, this is our first area of resistance right around $20.30-ish. And so we would be looking for some resistance there on VIX. But if we're pushing up that high, we've got some suppression in the indices at that point. So kind of easy stuff there. Also, guys, let's just go ahead and talk about this. SPX is next in the cart here. So I don't know if, well, everyone who's on this call should be a subscriber of the SPX brief this morning. You should have got your SPX brief early. Hang on, let me find it just to show you guys what I'm doing here. As you can see, this is the SPX brief that comes out in the morning. What we're focusing on this morning is yesterday's, value area high, low, and points of control. Okay, so this is going to be a biggie for us this morning, and I'm going to show you why these are going to come into play right now. As we roll down over here into SPX, so check this out. I'm just going to go ahead and blow this up. So this is the value area low right here at 70.96. Value area high is all the way at the highs yesterday, 71.46, and here's our point of control at 71.31. I have major support here on SPX right here, the 4-hour at 70.94.75. We want to see this play and this hold in play. If this hold in place, this should take us all the way up here without a problem. And we're talking about approximately a 30-point push into our first target. We have an untested resistance here at 71.41, which I would very much watch for a reaction. It's a big untested 4-hour, close to the highs, close to the value area high. This is a very reactionary area. Again, it might only get a little flinch. I don't know, but if I'm long, I'm taking profits there, okay? And then after that, we're doing price discovery amongst all-time highs. Where everything kind of shifts and goes bad, and it's exactly the same way with ES. It's very, very clear with SPX, guys. We have a 1-hour support. As you can see, we came down yesterday. We played our 1-hour. We whipped the lows. We came back up. And when they closed this 1-hour, we never lost support, right? So, oh, hang on. This guy is saying, oh, my bad, guys. I've been talking to you that whole time in the Discord with no sound. My apologies. Well, everybody on the stream heard it, so I'm going to keep going. All right, so you guys have the plan, so you know what's up. So anyways, here's the deal. Yesterday, we swept this area. We closed the 1-hour back above the significant support. We never lost, guys. So again, even though we've been dropping 100 points, they've been reclaiming everything, essentially. So we have no reason to assume that they will flop this market, but we have to always be prepared. So what we're going to be looking for today on SPX is, because we have this fantastic 4-hour buy that I like right here at 70.94.77. If we push below this 1-hour, essentially at 70.87, she's coming down. This is our big major pivot. This is where everything goes south for us. And we have the exact same level in ES today, which we'll soon talk about. Okay, so again, as long as they hold this 4-hour, we're coming up here into the point of control from yesterday and potentially the highest untested 4-hour in the value area high. I do truly believe if they hold this area, we can continue to make a new all-time high. Everything goes south below this 1-hour. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the ES. Guys, we talked about this level right here in the trade plan. This was, I actually kind of have this little hiccup. I'm going to call it a hiccup, right? So let's talk about this. So in the trade plan, I talk about my favorite buy, right? My favorite buy on the map right here is the 71.43.75. This was my favorite, right? I really wanted to see this 4-hour close above 64 or even 66, and they didn't do it, okay? If they did that, I would have been so freaking confident to just lay into this 4-hour right here, but they didn't do it. So I'm still interested. And the reason why I'm still interested is even as we continue to move higher, we have still been closing higher as of here, making higher highs. And so we have not lost support. So, for me, my main, I really would have had a lot of confidence if we would have closed this 4-hour period. I would have just maxed out the account on this level. But now that they haven't, I have to be a little bit more concerned. But I do still very much like the 71.43.75. We're going to go down to a smaller time frame so that we can look at what our trigger will be. The other big thing for us to note is we actually have an untested 4-hour down here at 71.32.50 as well. This is actually protected by the gamma flip level. They continue to roll this gamma flip level up, guys. We're at 71.35 now. This means dealers are still hedging to the long side, and as price approaches this level down here, they will defend this area because they have to completely flip their positions, and it costs them money to do that if we push below the gamma flip level. So I do like this potential little long here at 71.32, get back above these lows, which is actually the overnight low at around 35 or 6, and start to reclaim and go higher. But ultimately, we want this 43 to play. If this plays, we're going to push higher, guys. But it's very, very clear right here. As you can see, we push below this, it's over with. And that's the same thing that I just showed you guys on SPX. So here it is a little bit more clear for you guys on the 1-hour time frame. Again, we didn't close above this, so they were able to poke through it. But we are playing that first level of support already that was in the trade plan, 71.35.50, playing perfectly to the tick already. Already paid a really nice profit, actually. It looks like almost 20 points, which was a super nice pop. So here's the deal. I still like this area, okay? I still like it. And I will more than likely buy this, but I won't be as aggressive as I was before because of the shitty close. And I say shitty, but it wasn't what I wanted, right? And so we are going to play this. We want to get back above the put wall at 49 and ultimately the 1 hour at 53. And we should continue to push higher. We obviously need to target this area here, our 71.80. But again, the all-time highs. Guys, there's a rule here that you need to know. Everybody should be aware of it by now. We've talked about it 100 times in the post-market breakdowns, that if an all-time high is made in Globex, this becomes a major target for the cash session. They do not like all-time highs to be made in ETH. They will be more than likely gunning for this. I cannot promise you the day it's going to happen. A lot of times it's completed the same day, but at some point they will come back and fix this. For now, as long as we stay above our main area here at 71.32, we are looking for this all-time high. So again, we have this big daily here at 24.75. It's pretty clear that underneath this 4-hour and underneath this daily, shit goes south, okay? And I'll show you just from a profile perspective as well. We have a massive amount of inefficiency. As you can see underneath 20 right here, we basically lose all support and come down to clean this and make a potential new low. Also, the same applies for the weekly TPO. As you can see, the weekly value area low is 71.20. Underneath this, it comes all the way down. Pretty easy, very defined. This is easy stuff, guys. Above 65, we push up. Below 20, we come down. Easy peasy. We're just in that big balance range that we have to be aware of as of right now. So that is kind of what I got for you guys right now. That's what I'm looking at. Let me get my screens pulled up here. I moved everything around here. Oh, and that's it. So as you can see, we're watching VIX over here. This is SPX over here. We're always tracking both. And again, we have this spot playing right now at 71.35. They even trapped a bunch of sellers here. So if they continue above 65, we'll continue to push higher. Really watch for this area here. I like this spot. So that's basically it. That's what I got for you guys. And then you just watch everything go south underneath this 4-hour, underneath this daily. So I think this is pretty easy, pretty laid out day. We still have a lot of headline risk, guys. We're making tweets all the time. I don't even know why they popped 50 points in the pre-market. I didn't look. They made a new all-time high. It seemed a little crazy to me, but whatever. So, we trade the chart. I don't really worry about it. So, Rob, you got anything for me? You got anything you want to say before we kick this off?
I did take a little scalpy short to see if we could fade back. Thanks, my little trade.
Thanks for your input.
If it gets higher, I'll get out. But I think I'm just fading the gap and then right back up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think it's just that first 20-minute trade kind of thing. Just fade the gap.
Yep.
Bag it. The auction's healed. Pick it back up. I think that's my plan.
Fair enough. All right. Well, guys, everything is pointing to the upside still. We have no reason to believe otherwise for now. So just keep an eye on your supports and where things go south. we'll kind of go from there. Look at SPX. It's all the way up here already in our big area here. This is our massive area that I was talking about being above or below. This should be interesting to see what happens. What am I getting filled on? Oh, I just got stopped out on snow. Okay then. That sucks. I just added into that this morning. Tis life. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shrink this up so I can focus on this jazz. We've got a nice little crew in here today so far. Peter, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. One of these days, if you get an opportunity, you'll have to come join us in the Discord. I've been streaming pretty much every day, so love to have you in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on the RTH side just to see what we're looking at right now. See what's cooking. Oh, you're right. Nice little gap there, Rob. Okay.
Yeah. I'm down to one runner.
It was a great smack from this.
Yeah.
This 4 hour.
He did that 4 hour.
Dude, this spot has been so important time and time again. It's almost getting a little frustrating. It's like, let's get out of here. It's like this VIX level, that we keep riding. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like, okay, let's move on. Let's get some new price action. Let's get some new stuff cracking here.
There's a shit ton of sellers getting absorbed right here. So
yeah, check these guys out at the highs, bro. Look at these sellers at the highs. I just saw this. Holy Toledo. What a massive amount of sellers up here. Insane. So again, I was super excited about this 4 hour at 71.43.75. I was all about it. It's a shame that they couldn't close higher to give me the confidence to lay into this. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I still think it can play, but I certainly don't love it as much as I used to. As you guys can see, I'll bring over the daily time frame here. We are just basically moving sideways as we continue to basically base out in here and accept value. One of the two things is happening. We are distributing for a push down, which would be great, or we're going to accept value and push higher. Right now, everything's pointing to the higher, but we'll see how this goes today. So all this can change quickly with a crazy tweet. So. Yeah, no, let's go, right? That tap at the highs, that was an insane fade from the all-time high earlier. So this actually yesterday's point of control and the overnight low, this is that lower spot I was talking about at 32.50. This doesn't look too bad on an RTH chart. This is the 4 hour that I was really focusing on earlier today. It just, when I pull over this 4 hour and I look at it, I'm like, this puts us, I really wanted a solid close above here. This really just puts us right back in this massive 5-day balance area. And it just makes for not exciting and kind of tough trading, to be honest. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I bailed on the short. There's just a ton of selling. Couldn't make it through VWAP. So it looks like they're going to make another charge higher.
This is that same 1 hour here you're trading, just so everybody knows, Rob trades in Q.
Rob trades, yeah. I trade DGen food. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. He might be an ex-tweaker. We haven't decided yet. Yeah, right? She's is in love. He's like, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah. He might be a tweaker. We're not sure.
I can quit any time. These are choices.
Right? I can't quit you. So my play here, guys, and I can go ahead and put this back on the ETH session just to get a little bit clearer view. I don't know which one's clearer, to be honest. I'm just going to kind of show you my thought process here based on structure, because again, I'm not going to like lay into this 43.75 like I wanted to, because it didn't quite get the gain that I wanted. But with that being said, we're going to be looking, for this to play and really get back above this one standard, this put wall, and ultimately this 1 hour that got the nice reaction at 53.50. So if that happens, we're going to continue to traverse to the upside. I also just found a little level here, Rob. Let me look and see where this is at. Is that tested? Yeah, never mind. It's tested. We actually have a daily that was made yesterday that's kind of garbage, but it's right at the gamma flip level, which is a massive spot, as you know. So, Rob, I was thinking about, since I've been streaming on Mondays, I was trying to make it so that I could take a day off, right? Like right now, I do the post-market breakdown 4 days a week. So I told everybody in the room I would stream from Tuesday to Friday. But lately I've been streaming on Monday through Friday or whatever. So, I was thinking about doing this every Friday. We'll have to see what kind of turnout we have, see if everybody likes it. But, I promised the guys in the room exclusive 4 days. If we do Monday through Thursday, and then we do Friday for everybody else to kind of see what people think about it. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think? You want to do if this works out all right, would you mind joining me on Fridays?
Yeah, I'll join you.
All right. Good. God damn, Snow. So as you guys know, I was long Snow from the absolute lows, just to kind of show you what's cooking here. I took half my trade off up here. And then we came down, and I missed my stop yesterday by like a tick or two. I added like half my size back here, and then I just took a full stop. I was a little unfortunate. Not sure why this thing's getting nailed, but whatever. We made 30% on this trade. Worked out absolutely fabulous, and I just gave back 157 whole dollars today on this trade. So not a big deal, but it is what it is. So absolutely fabulous trade here. This was a good one we called out actually in the plan, the Substack. Swept the low, they closed higher, we keep moving. So we'll definitely be looking to buy this if it comes lower again. I think that's going to be a good value buy for sure. We've got a nice crew in here today. I'm going to go ahead and put
read right now is that it's kind of building volume here, and I think it's starting to round up. And I think once you get above that 71.62, get above that, I think you can
zoom
clear up.
So guys, just to let you know, I just put a link in the trade plan. I'm sorry, in the comments for Substack and for YouTube. I did not put it in Twitter, but that's okay. I can do it later. I just want to let you guys know, for all those people who are on here, on the 30th of this month, I'm going to be doing a webinar, how to trade the trade plan. I have a lot of people signed up for the trade plan, and I want to make sure that everybody is using it efficiently. Sign up in the link. I actually haven't even posted this in the Discord room yet. I certainly will. But have you guys come in here. This is going to be a question and answer. Come in. I'm going to go through, the 30,000 foot. And then this is going to be a question and answer. You guys question, I answer. Kind of go from there. I'm thinking about doing this once or twice a month just to kind of help people out so they can help refine their strategy, whatever. And so make sure you grab that link in there and sign up. And everybody in the Discord room, I'll make sure I post it in the announcements tab. My apologies. So. Yeah, Ryan asked the questions and you answered. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. I love it. So what are you doing, Rob? Sitting on your hands here?
That's exactly what I'm
your
doing.
NQ squirrel.
Exactly.
Dude, I don't think my office can get any hotter. I swear to God, it feels like Aggie's got the heat on downstairs. It's terrible.
Is Aggie like one of those cold people?
No, but you know what she does? She leaves the doors open. And so it doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside or if it's 40 degrees outside. She leaves the back door open for the animals. And so we're either constantly heating the outside or air conditioning the outside. So our thermostat doesn't know what to do. It's just on all the time. And dude, for years I've been riding her about this. My son too, because it lets bugs in and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, can you please? No. She says yes, but the answer is no. So I think these animals, they have first right of refusal on everything for sure. So it's crazy. So we came into the day with increased relative volume. We were up like 43%. We're currently losing some volume as we speak. We're at 24.5%, but that's still fairly elevated. We have an expected range of 80 points today. And we've already moved 50 in the overnight. So it's like 30 points and then add 20% on top of that, so we're talking about like 36 points potential today above or below the overnight high or low. So we certainly have some range extension left in us today. We just, we'll see what happens. My big thing is, and I'm going to pull this over and show everybody so they can see what I'm looking at here. Here's the TPOs. You guys know how I look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in the overnight session. We have literally been right in the middle of these sessions every stinking day. We're not going anywhere. We literally opened in the middle of the overnight session, in the middle of yesterday's range. Terrible. And then you could see this perfect balance. We just continue to stay in this value area and build volume. Are they building volume to go higher? More than likely. We don't know that, but more than likely, given the way that things are looking. But this just makes for extremely difficult trading because it's like, our edge is in the edges, right? And here we are, dead smack in the middle of everything and right back in the middle again. So it's like, it certainly makes for very patient trading. If I had to really put a number on it or evaluate it, I would say this kind of trading here is probably some of the hardest trading you will ever encounter because it is just very slow. You have to be extremely patient. The moves are slow and grindy. And if you're after those, and then the moves that we are getting, like Rob was telling me, we're grindy. And then we get these big pops. We have massive size going off from institutional players. We're kind of running in a headline driven, tweet news filled market right now, and it sucks. So Rob, you said you did some research last night or this morning on the volume. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah. So I've been playing around with different metrics and different ways of trying to quantify kind of this regime we're in right now. And I do think it's fairly unique. Brian and I both traded all-time high levels, several times over the last 10 years. And this one actually just does feel fundamentally different.
Yeah.
And of course, telling you guys, it feels different, it's not super helpful. So we're trying to figure out ways to quantify it or look at it. And one of the things I've been looking at is how many trades per so much volume have been going off. And it's like 2 sigma elevated from normal. So what that means is you've got really big size going off on both sides of the tape. It's not universal. And that causes this sort of auction to not flow as well as it typically does. Like, 2 days ago, we had 4 hours of really no movement. And then all of a sudden you get these huge pops. And that's indicative of this kind of strange I think it's just a ton of hedging and people trying to figure out, the long-term impacts or what's going on in Iran combined with being all-time highs in other dimensions. But it has been really, it is different. So just wanted to quantify it that I've seen statistical outliers in the last few days of data.
Well, and you and I in the post-market breakdown, we were even talking about how crazy the size is that's going off, right? Like we're not talking like 1,000 cars. We're talking like 3,000 to 5,000, right? I mean, it's just absolutely insane. I mean, it's like they weren't that hungry 300 points ago. You know what I mean? Why are they this thirsty all the way up at almost 7,200? But just interesting that this is going on right now, which makes it clearly very difficult for, order flow people and really just, algos in general. I mean, this is kind of an algo market right now. You can just feel it. So it's got to be a lot of hedging going on here, Rob. I don't know if you noticed, but the options levels that we put out, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen the interest on these things?
The open interest. Yeah.
Look at this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. We publish these levels every morning. This is Rob's proprietary calculations for this stuff. Look at the interest on this. 100,000 of these over here. 40,000 across the board. I mean, this is some seriously spiked open interest here on both the put and the call side. And look at these gamma spikes towards the top. I mean, these are aggressive leans. And so I just thought it was interesting, essentially, because that's one of the things I look at every morning. I'm like, let's see how dealers are positioned. And when I see these massive open interests around some of these strikes, it really draws my eye. Michael, how we doing?
Yeah, I was reading some hedge fund stuff. There are some very bullish hedge funds out there right now that are putting money down. Thinking, 8,000.
Well, I'll say this: we had a massive sell-off in Mag 7 and a lot of the tech, right?
Yeah.
We had that whole scare with the SaaS, with Claude and the whole 9 yards. And there really is some deep value out here. I mean, even Snow, for instance, that I've been riding. This thing's down 6% today, but this is a massive company that makes insane profits. Look how low they are, right? They're almost like we were at a 52-week low when I bought, and then here we are again coming down. And these companies have a lot of potential, and there's a lot of stocks that look like this. So, you know what I'm saying? If they start buying these type of things up, after there's, then we just continue to carry the market higher. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I saw Tesla didn't make any money, by the way, on car sales. None. I saw a headline.
Oh no, I honestly believe, from what I've been reading, they're basically transitioning from car business in a lot of ways. They want to do the more batteries, and they're dedicating 2 of those plants to robots,
Really?
Personal assistant robots. They're not selling their flagship models anymore, the Model S and Model X.
I saw that. Yeah, that was.
And so, they're trying to pivot to selling whatever that robotic Optimus robot is building.
Right. Well, I don't know how Elon plans. I mean, he keeps saying, things like, in the future, no one has to work and we'll all have private jets. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen if no one works? Like, what happens to capitalism at that point, right? Like, I don't quite understand his logic there, but I mean, whatever. So, kind of an interesting view here, guys. Show you what's up. Here is the RTH 30-minute. Clearly see this is a pretty nice gap fill down here with that 4-hour, just resting with small size, targeting here and here. But I just wanted to show you kind of what we were looking at here from a RTH perspective. So interesting stuff. What's funny is the 4-hour that I like on SPX is actually this guy. So just in terms of like market structure. So this may not work, but I'm super small there. I just got a couple contracts resting with a 7-point stop. So we'll see. I always, just to let you guys know, if I like a level, I always rest with super small size and modest stop, normal stop. And then if it goes, then I add into it. I never really put my full size at the initial spot unless I'm just very confident in location. And I generally still would normally probably do like a half size or 3/4 size. It's something that I was just absolutely in love with. And then I'll still add into it once I know it's going to go. Yeah, Elon is something special, man. Don't bet against the guy, that's for sure. And I think this, his SpaceX thing is already supposed to be the highest IPO of all time or something crazy. So that'll be interesting.
Well, it's interesting because he's trying to fold in a bunch of his other businesses that aren't profitable.
Yeah, I know, right?
And
It's not. It's smart.
The thing is that, SpaceX, the way he built the company, he's basically hired a bunch of, actually paid a bunch of engineers from national laboratories that, more than the government would ever pay them, and really created a service that the government now can't live without SpaceX.
Yeah.
So they really have a pretty good.
I mean, he is NASA, really.
Lock in there, and so yeah, I think it's overvalued based on everything that's inside of it, but
So are we getting on the IPO? Honestly, Meta, I would love to. I was told that they're going to release. It's going to come out at like $800. I don't think I'm interested in that. Just not saying it can't go higher, but if it comes out at $800, I'm good on that. Because if I put a couple grand into it, what am I going to get? 2.5 shares? I think I'm straight. It's like, I'm cool. Now, if it something decent and it comes out at like $100, then yeah, maybe. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think Elon's one of those like master salespeople. Because I'm not a big huge fan of his, but like I can't deny that the guy could sell just about anything.
You definitely don't want to bet against that man.
Well, even when he's wrong, he throws enough money at problems to make things right. That's the thing,
He's working on being the world's first trillionaire, so he's got to do something.
Yeah.
These are the kind of numbers that I can't even comprehend, Like what he makes every day is what is like my long-term vision for retirement,
Mm-hmm.
So I still haven't done anything, guys. I'm literally just waiting for that pullback to see what this 43 does. Some of the guys in the room are short right now. I certainly don't blame you trying to fill this gap, but I'm just being patient. So I often have people ask me what time frame I use. You guys are looking at my smallest time frame right now. I use a 15-minute. That is my tick chart. That would make cheese throw up in his mouth, actually. He's like, what? Say that again? You fell asleep looking at my chart? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Dude, if I have your tick chart up, I am like the biggest FOMO monster ever. Like the whole reason I keep a high time frame is to keep myself from doing dumbass shit. So what's Bill say here? SpaceX is going to put servers in space. Yeah, I know, dude. That is going to be huge, Bill. Honestly, the fact that he's going to get around all these, the power issues, everybody's building, the power constraints. He's going to build a freaking thing that revolves around the sun. It's going to be amazing. Guys are super smart, and he has the ability to, right? So he's got SpaceX, and they're going up all the time. So for him, he could probably just make that part of. He could probably get the government to pay for a good portion of it because he's going up anyway. It's pretty wild stuff.
MQ's about to hit my target that I had earlier that I took off.
Look at you. Just look at you. What are you doing with
Yeah.
yourself?
I know.
I really wish that we would have closed that 4 hour above 66, 64. I would have felt so much better about this long down here. I'm a little sketched out about it, just to be honest. And we're still pushing above the 1897 on VIX. So we'll see what happens here. If not, I mean, again, like I told you guys, this is my preferred buy down here on SPX, which is the, what does that say? 94, 70, 94, which is certainly not this 4 hour here. It's this one. So we'll see. The sweep there would be kind of decent though. There's a little sweep play that we talked about pre-market down at around 32, get back above 36. Oh, I see VIX is marching up off of our level. Well, it looks like our 4 hours playing right now. I'm going to go ahead and just pull over. You can see it playing top down here. Let's see what happens. If we can get above the 53.50, I'll show you what it looks like on the ETH time frame. I'm long here from 46, very small, as I told you guys earlier. We'll see if we can even get any continuation off of this. The fact that we couldn't close that 4 hour above there makes me a little sketched out, so we'll see. We have 2 minutes to the 1 hour close. I'd like to see this 1 hour close above 53.50. Just to show you guys what I'm doing here. Again, I don't know if this is going to get any follow through, but I'm long from this 4 hour, looking to get up in here somewhere. There we go. I don't know why that moved my stop up. That was stupid. I need to change my bracket apparently. Well, let's get over this 53.50. See what kind of damage we can happen here. What's the open today? Down to the open. I'll take one here. There we go. Oh. Kind of slow, huh? We're losing volume again, guys. We're down to 17%. Like I said, we started the day at plus 50. I think we had some news-driven headline this morning. Bill's got some insight over here on the SpaceX. Let me see what he's talking about. Free electricity, no cooling problems. Yep. Oh, you bought one of his pre-IPOs? Oh, okay. Yeah. $100,000 and 100 a share. Damn, that's nice. Yeah, Chris, I'm not so certain either. It's getting a lot of hype. So, hey, what's up? How we doing? Hi, Kems. Good to see you. See if we can hold this area. If not, we're going to poke lower. That lower spot, that 32 is like it for me. If we can't hold this lower spot, then we are going to come down today. And that might be a possibility with that 4 hour not closing strong like that. It's certainly a big red flag for me. So we'll see what happens here. This is our big, got to hold the area here. So just looking at the 4 hour time frame, I'll bring it over for you guys once again. This is my current leg up. It's not great because we didn't close higher, but we also didn't lose. So I'm really looking for this area to hold. If not, this is our last Mohican, and then it just dumps under that. So pretty self-explanatory stuff here, guys. But I think this should hold. Should hold. Yeah, I'm still pretty small, V. I'm just waiting to see if we can get over 53.50 with some confidence here. For whatever reason, they're really struggling, and VIX is still kind of pushing up over our $19. So my first targets are up here at the open and all that jazz. We have a pretty nice little selling tail right now on the TPO. Show you guys what I'm talking about. It's nothing crazy, but it's certainly an inefficiency that we should be targeting if they end up getting if the bulls end up getting their wings. Bill builds huge data centers, massive power, massive AC. Yeah, Bill, I heard you do Amazon, right? Why don't you do all the Amazon data centers or something? I was told that's an awesome gig. Obviously you do people outside of them, I would think. So Lake still confuse you, Cam? Well, it's no problem. I'm going to do that. It's a fairly easy concept that we can go over another time. This has been difficult trading, obviously, as we continue to, go sideways in a sideways fashion. So it makes things a little bit more difficult than if we had a different scenario than this. But I'm happy to give you a little bit more insight at another time. No problem. That's cool, Bill. That's what's up. I hear you're a boss at that. So I was actually talking to Mike about you the other day. He was telling me what you were doing, and it was very impressive. Yeah, no problem. Sheesh, are you asleep yet? Watching my 15-minute? Wake that guy up. Somebody nudge him. Come on, you Bulls can do it. Get us back to 65. Let's go retest the Open. Come on, you guys can do it. Get us back there.
I'm back in a second to get coffee.
Are you threatening me?
I'm threatening you with decaf.
That is the fate worse than death. I don't know how you do it. Isn't it interesting that Rob drinks decaf but trades in Q? I don't even think that goes together. That's just who he is. He said he tweaks too hard off of caffeine. Yeah, exactly. I do not do decaf. I need real drugs. The longer we sit here, the longer I get worried that Trump's going to say something crazy. Give us the Trump pump. Man, they gave one this morning. That was a hell of a pump. I was sitting here writing a plan. I'm like, okay, all right, let me start this over. I got to tell you, as we have been sitting in this range for the past week, this has been brutal trading. I mean, talk about really testing your patience. I mean, it's just unbelievable stuff, honestly. I've traded difficult environments before, but when we have these low relative volume, positive gamma, sideways grinds, I'm not sure it gets any more difficult. And it's really, I feel like it's more of a test of our patience than anything. It's not even necessarily about the chart. It's like, can you sit here long enough and sit on your hands? I don't know why the Substack stream keeps going in and out, in and out. I'm looking at it right now. It kind of zooms in, zooms out. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why it's being all crazy. Okay. Giving us a little hope here. VIX is pulling back on us a little bit. Come on. And guys, just to let you know, the reason I don't usually show my exact executions, I just tell you guys, I don't want to bias people. Like, for instance, my room, the guys in the room were short this morning. I certainly wasn't, looking for a long. So, I'm happy to show my stuff and talk about it, but I don't want to bias anybody. Come on, we need to pop this. Let's go. I need to pull my levels over into the trade plan companion. Let's see what that looks like on TradingView. Let's see what we got. Yes. Nice. So for those of you guys who use it or don't use it, maybe you don't even know, this is an indicator that I made called the Trade Plan Companion. You just copy the string in from the plan right here. Take this, copy this right into here, and then boom, you got all your lines. Let me see if I can show you guys what's over here. If they get up there for us, guys, just to show you, my first target is sitting here at the open, and I'll take 2 more here at our big 65. And then I'm looking, obviously, for higher all the way to all-time highs, because I think that truly if this area holds that we will slow drift up there. We'll see if it happens, but that's my thought process as of right now. So let's see if we can just get up here. Look at that, they didn't film me. What? I'll take that. There you go. This area played great. I would have been more confident in it if we would have had that big solid 4-hour close, but it is what it is. As you can see, SPX is right into the shit as well. Big spot. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, live on Substack. Happy Friday, brother. That's what's up. I'm thinking about doing this every Friday, by the way. If you guys like it, let me know. I do this every day for the Discord room, so I thought it'd be nice to kind of show you guys, what we do. We just talk smack, trade the markets, not, anything crazy. We go over the trade plan, goof around for an afternoon in the morning, and then boom, we do drugs. Sometimes right here with the coffee. Drug of choice. Oh, that open got a little smack there, didn't it? My gracious. It's a good first target. I was hoping they would pop just a hair higher and clean me out some more. Oh, thanks, bro. My girl said the same thing. She's like, you do too damn much. It's part of the gig, right? It's part of the gig. I'm glad you appreciate it though, bro. Thank you so much. I really do try to. I put a lot of work into these plans and stuff. Like, you guys don't understand. My journey to get here was super duper painful. And if I can help you guys avoid that, I will do my best. It really just comes down to being patient and not giving up and really sticking to the plan. I have one of the worst things that I see people do is they come in, they try it for a week or two, they don't get it, and they give up and they switch. And it's crazy because I have a friend who I feel like every month he switches strategies. He adds something whatever. He can't ever find consistency. And it's like, if you never dedicate yourself to perfecting one way, how do you know it works or not? So I do appreciate that. And I think that's the biggest key for a lot of people, which is really where that 10-day challenge was all about. You guys know, if you sign up for the so I can't get off NQ. You're so funny, Shees. The whole purpose of the 10-day challenge was to get you guys to admit to yourself that following a structured plan is the way to go, right? Because it gives you the confidence. I had a lot of people respond. It was awesome. Because it gives you the confidence not to FOMO. You know, you're looking for particular areas. There's no stress because you know exactly where you want to do business. You don't have to guess every day. So that was the whole concept and construct of the trade plan. So he's a switch, Francisco. By the way, your music, dude, loved it. I listened to that song you sent me yesterday like twice. I don't know where the other one's at that you sent though, because you sent me something that was a PDF. It wasn't music. So I don't know exactly what you were talking about, but I certainly want to listen to it. Anything you got, send it over. By the way, guys, Francisco is the creator of the song that we played in the beginning of the stream. He's the originator of the banger. Love it. Love that song. So we got VIX coming down a little bit, which is good for our upside lean. Really needed to push hard below this $19 to give us a little upside momentum. Otherwise, we're just kind of percolating right now, as you guys can see. This is really anybody's game. Oh, there he is. What's up, Bart? Pleasure to see you, dude. Nice. NQ futures trader. My, oh my, how the world has changed. Bart is an NQ futures trader now. Bro, you've been on the ES for so long. Where did this come about? It's nice to have you here regardless. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'll look at it today. I'm taking my son to Purdue today, so we have an hour and a half car ride. We leave at 12, and so I'll have some time to sit in the car and read it. I'll have Aggie drive. Yeah, exactly, Atkins. Learn it properly. It matters. Like, dude, master it. I'm a firm believer in master of one, and I respect Shees for that. Shees has been only in Q for as long as I've known him. I only trade ES probably for as long as he's known me. I mean, yeah, I do crude and gold and stuff like that occasionally. But my bread and butter is ES. I barely look at the other markets now. It's really just about knowing everything about it, understanding how it works, and capitalizing on that, right? Because we don't need 20 markets. We need 1 or 2 good setups a day that we can size up. Why do I need to look at 4 markets? Like, I don't. I just need to look at 1, really know it really well, and just lay into those bangers. And life is good. So. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, the whole jumping around the different strategies thing is no bueno. And I'll admit, I mean, I used to do it too. And I used to have all kinds of indicators and shit on my screen, all kinds of shit. And it was funny because one of the beautiful things about my process is you don't need indicators. I do like VWAP. Love VWAP, right? I'm a big fan of VWAP because it's another way of looking at value. So I guess that's an indicator. But other than that, that's it. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I used to add all kinds of stuff to my charts, and I had to strip everything way down, strip it way down, just to kind of get back to the normal, you know. So we had a good amount of absorption here at the lows. Sellers tried to push this down right here. Buyers are trying to kick it up as we approach this open here. So we'll see if they can get the job done. And again, I normally don't watch this. I have this up I'm actually creating a new strategy. So I've been watching it for that purpose, but it's kind of interesting to watch anyway, to see these sellers get stuffed and then they push it up. We talk about a lot how there's like always absorption at the highs. This was huge sellers at the highs, but a lot of times you get these massive sellers at the highs like this and they get stuck and they come down, they get trapped up there. So it's kind of a good indication. The same thing applies for the lows. If you see massive selling at the lows and they can't push it lower, it's going to pop, right? It's called absorption. So really interesting stuff. It's kind of cool. Who are you? Found you in my life changed. Oh, I love you already. You are more than welcome to stay here anytime you like. Love that. Yeah. That's what's up. Sounds like you need to be in our Discord room. Well, if they can't push this up, guys, there's only one direction we're going to go here. We are still perfectly in balance. What a boring morning. 2 blocks on the low, 3 blocks on the high. This is perfect balance here. I'm curious. I don't know if I have the stats up anymore. Let's see. We have a 94% chance of a breakout, right? Because we opened inside the previous day's value. So it's either above the high or below here. It's pretty high. When I saw that this morning, I was like, wow, we're inside the previous day, inside Globex range. Like we should break out of this, otherwise it's an inside day, right? So the question is which way? So I guess we'll find out. This is a massive inefficiency down here. If they break 71.20, we're gonna come find all of this. So we shall see. We just got to keep Rob from tweeting.
Sorry, I do feel like Tweak from South Park.
You heard amazing things about the course? Yeah, dude. I'm glad to hear that. I think everybody who's taken it has nothing but great things to say. There's a lot of guys in the room who have taken it. Kay is actually watching it right now. And as far as I can tell, he's pretty happy with everything. So, Sco, what's up, bro? Sco's on the stream. Sco, why aren't you in the Discord room, player? I mean, I'll take you any way I can get you, but the boys. Sco, I need to get that video fixed for you. Damn, I just remembered that, you and somebody else. I'm going to work on that this weekend. I got to get that. The video works, actually. It's just the embed on my website basically broke, and I just need to replace the link, and I just forgot. So I'll make that happen this weekend for sure. Good. I'm glad you're happy. Dude, you're killing it right now. So it clearly is working. That insight is working. So I'm happy you're happy. There's a lot of knowledge in there. Shit ton. You definitely got to watch it a couple times because it's hard to take it all in on the first run. Sco is one of the first. I think Sco was the first, actually. He is the OO triple OG. He is the numero uno. Yeah, I've got all those blogs. If you're interested, I've got all those and some of the newer ones in the room. If you ever want to pop in and take a peek, they're all in there for Discord subscribers. If you're part of the inner circle, I have a huge education section. We go over, all the cool tech stuff, and then obviously all the profile stuff because I'm a big profile whore. So, Rob, are you coding anything over there? Why are you so quiet? What's happening?
What's going on? I'm actually, I am interacting with the codexes.
Oh, how do you like it?
I do. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Me too. It's a little slower, right? But
a little slower. So the way I'm approaching it is sort of two-pronged. I'm looking at like the big markdown documents and deep thinking that architectural stuff, and then looking at like leaning on the codex stuff for more of the pure coding aspect after I got things scoped.
So I was doing some research on the model yesterday, and they were basically saying it's their most expensive model, but it actually comes out to be cheaper because they say that it does what it needs to do
without all the
without all the back and forth. Yeah, so it's actually like, even though you pay more up front, you actually have to do less work to make it right. So it comes out to be cheaper, which I'm great with. I mean, yesterday I told you, like, dude, I worked for like 4 hours on Claude and I couldn't get it done. That thing one-shotted it in 40 minutes. I was so impressed. Yeah, dude, it's good, Francisco. I just used it for the first time yesterday. Fantastic, actually. Super impressed with it. And, you know, I felt like Opus 4.6 pulled away from ChatGPT so hard, and then now this 5.5 on Codex. It has to be on high thinking though if you're coding. But if you put it on there, dude, it's nice, super nice. Well, our big 4 hour on SPX is not playing around, is it? Look at this thing. I mean, we tapped it 3 times here on the 15-minute, and they're rejecting off of it. Doesn't mean it can't go back up, but very clear. This is a monster area for us that we provided in the trade plan. We also have yesterday's point of control there. Just a big area of contention, as that was considered value for yesterday. So we'll see if they come down here lower, or if we continue to push higher. I certainly hope the latter for sure. I just like to see a nice bullish close on a Friday, go around like the all-time high, clean this shit up from the Globex session. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but a girl could dream, you know what I mean? Yes, you must join. We've got a great crew in here, by the way. Everybody in the room is awesome. And, you know, I was talking to somebody, they're like, so what do you do about a moderator? I'm like, bro, we don't even have a moderator. Like, we don't need one. Everybody in here makes money. They're happy. Nobody bitches. Nobody complains. It's pretty solid. We have a great crew. And everybody's super helpful. Love it.
Ever Piper. He's not here, so we're saying.
Yeah, we can talk shit about Piper. He's not here. We talk so much shit about Piper, he's going to really think that we...
He's going to really think he's really going to think he's the headed stepchild.
For real. It's like we're constantly...
For those who don't know, he's just a basic guy.
Yeah, he is.
Love it.
Piper's like one of the first guys that found me online like 7 years ago, and he stuck around, and I taught him the method, and now he's just an incredible trader. Unfortunately, he's kind of high up the corporate ladder, and so he's been really invested in work, and he pops in when he can, but he's an incredible guy, and we give him a lot of shit because it's easy, it's fun. And Rob and I are always digging on him, so I think he can take it though, I hope. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can send you a link. So here's the deal. You can join the inner circle a couple ways. One, you have to be a Substack subscriber to get into the room, okay, or a course holder, right? So if you are a Substack subscriber, then you can, I'll send you a link, you can come in, and we do have a separate fee for the room for the inner circle, okay, just to keep it real. So you can actually get that online on Substack. You can either do the monthly or pay for the annual for the inner circle. If the annual price is too high, which it is for some people to, come out all that, up front, I am happy to do it on a month to month. So just let me know. You can shoot me a DM here if you'd like. We can work something out, whatever. Send you a monthly invoice. But I would love to have you. But obviously, like I said, the first criteria is to subscribe to the trade plan. And the reason for that is everybody in here is looking at the same thing the same way. So it kind of keeps everybody pointed in the same direction and organized. And that's more than likely why we have a pretty good vibe in here, because we don't have 20 guys in here trading 20 different strategies. We're all looking at the same things, doing the same thing. So it makes it very, very uniform and nice. Makes it easy. Rob's the only one who beats to his own drum, but we let him do that because, it's Rob. So. Fucking Rob. Rob, it doesn't look like they're going to pop for me. I got that first target, dude. What is up? We're just sitting here percolating.
What was your entry again? What price?
I had a 5-tick front run on the lows. So I'm in from like 46. And then
that's great though. Jesus.
Well, I added again above 53.50. So my average right now is 52, which is not great. But I did make almost 20 points on that first target. So I'm really happy about that. So I've got a little cushion, right? But I wanted to, my next target was literally 64, which we barely missed. So that was a little disappointing. So we'll see. We're still holding this, obviously. But you never know. It's looking a little heavy right now. I say that until Trump tweets and we pop 100 points in 5 minutes. Go ahead and put this on the RTH side, see what's up. I see VIX is still just hovering around our main line. The RTH chart looks so much different. It's insane. Rob, I don't know if you noticed, but you have that put wall. I always say Rob has a put wall. And I say that, guys, because these are all Rob's calculations. But 71.49, look how many times we've rejected off of this on the 15-minute. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I was thinking this morning, if you came back, but it's almost also from the bottom up, it was hitting that level.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And it was kind of like reminded me of one of your more advanced lines that you'll draw sometimes. Those
the trade to
swing
failure,
levels.
the trade to failure type situation.
Yeah.
Look at this trapped up here, though. Check this out. This is what I was talking about, guys. See how they popped up? We had these big sellers at the highs. They got trapped up here. 1,800 of these guys got trapped. And of course, there's no more buyers. Well, there's only one thing to do, and that's sell off. So if you guys see these blocks, that's what these are. These are trapped buyers and trapped sellers at the highs and lows. This is 1,800 contracts. They got trapped at the highs. And so generally when they come back up here and touch this, we get a reaction, essentially letting out that larger player. And the same thing applies for lower. So we don't really take these levels naked, but we certainly look for them for a couple reasons. One, if it's obviously by a level we're interested in, this gives us some confluence. And two, if we're long or short and we're looking to take targets and we have a large area here where we have some trapped, that might be a good place to, peel some off. The other thing is if you're at the highs, like you're really cooking, for instance, and you get a trapped at the high. Let me see if I can find a good example here. Or let's use the trapped at the low, right? We swing down. Now we trapped 1,000 at the low. That's a pretty good indication that we continue to push higher because that was capitulation by sellers. So that's how we use it. A couple different ways to use it, but you can see it happens quite frequently, even on this low here. So they trapped them below this daily, and whoop, it was gone. So. Let's get that 100-point tweet, Rob. Let's get it. Call your boy.
I'm kidding. Again, like NQ last night was just rallied like crazy. So I don't see any reason why we just can't start marching up there soon.
For those of you who don't know, Rob is a huge Trump fan. So if you hear me talking about his man, you'll know why.
Yeah.
We don't do politics on this show, but I just want to let everyone know he's a huge Trump fan.
Oh God.
He's just tired of all the winning. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's all I do is win.
I love it. I love it. Like I was saying, Rob, this is like the ultimate patience testing type market here. Like if you don't have rock solid patience here, this is not for you. You know what I mean? Because this shit is fucking killer lately.
Oh yeah.
Like the day we sat in the short for 5.5 hours. Are you kidding me? Come on. Rob, oh God. Oh shit. Yeah, right? Kay remembers. Oh my God, we were short all day only to take a loss at the end of the day. And you're right, Francisco. This is perfect for premium selling. There's another trader we have that does SPX credit spreads. His name is Doc. And I know he's been cleaning up in this side.
Yeah, you got to be cleaning house right now.
Yeah, he's just absolutely got to be killing it. It's funny because he doesn't do well when we get these massive trends and moves, but that's when we do well. And then he makes money when we do nothing. So a couple different approaches here. Shout out to Doc Trader, Doc McGraw. Right? Especially on a Friday, Kay. Like, what the fuck? Come on. I wanted this day to be damn near done already. Rob, I got to tell you, I'm absolutely in love with this coffee cup. You were right. This is like the best thing since sliced bread.
Isn't it ridiculous? Like, it's embarrassing to tell people, like,
right?
Yeah, I got this coffee cup.
This is some first world shit. This is a Next mug, and it's a battery operated coffee cup that keeps your coffee hot. And it is absolutely incredible.
Stupid.
I love this thing. By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw that they popped up here they let this 1800 out. Check this out. As soon as I got up in here, boom, I just got my next target, by the way. As soon as they let them out, the sellers, they basically got out of that long, and then the buyers kind of pressed the issue anyway. So just to show you guys what I'm doing over here. This is my tick chart, honestly. Well, yeah, 15-minute is, but I look at the 30-minute. This is what the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the 30-minute. This is what I look at. This would absolutely destroy Shees. He's not built for this. Just kidding, Shees. I just sit here and I stare at this slow ass shit. The tick chart. This is my tick chart, son. This is my tick chart. Could you imagine that? Oh my God. This is some people's high time frame. This is my tick chart. So we need to pop this 65 and we got ourselves some mojo. Look at this. VIX is starting to break below our 19. That was right out of the plan, guys, that we talked about this morning. As you can see right here, where are we at? Right here, the 1897 midpoint barometer. We push below 1897. We get some tailwind. So we just need to keep pushing underneath that. Right now, we're just keep flirting with this. I think if we pop 64, we will indeed get a nice little relief here on VIX. Where are you at? 74? Let me look where I'm at. I'm close up there. Let me look. Hang on. I'm at 72, just arbitrary number for whatever reason. I could probably move that. And then I got 79. I'm going to take one at this pivot up here right before 81. We know how that played out yesterday. So I like to take one at this options level. And then I'm also looking for all-time high. And then if they continue to walk this up, I'll take some all the way at the highs up here. That's my runner. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Because they could get it. It might take all freaking day, but they could get it. I'm with you. I've got 4 left. I started with 6 or 7. I don't remember what I started with. Not heavy enough, I can tell you that. It's because that level wasn't, I didn't like that 4-hour close. But we'll see. I think I want to, let me measure this. Let me see what this is. So there's 2 daily. Yeah, that's why I'm taking the 72 here. Okay, check this out. And this is just me being a nit, right? But you see we had 2 daily highs at 72.50. So I don't want to play that game with them. So I'm taking one right here, right before we get there at 72. That's what that whole concept was. Yeah. Because again, how many times are we're like, oh my God, we were right there, right? Trying to be too accurate. So I expect us to go higher, but I just, if I've got the ammo, I might as well peel one off there. So. Need to pop this open. So right now, guys, this 4-hour for us, even though we didn't get that close up here, it is playing pretty good. We barely missed it. When I say barely, I mean literally barely by 2 ticks, 3 ticks. But we're getting the mojo we wanted. This was our big first target here, 64. It all comes down to this. I mean, we either pop this and we continue to move higher, or we come back and we retest this lower area. But right now, all signs point to potentially more up. As long as they hold this leg here, we're straight. So. I like what SPX is doing. We've tested this 3 times. Now we're starting to push up through it. If we get a little mojo on SPX, we'll have something here. Looks pretty good though. Look at that. We'll see. I mean, anything can happen, but send it. That's right. Send it, Shees. Send it. Let's make this money. Get the heck out of Dodge. You know me on a Friday, I'm trying to get paid and get up out of here. Timmy, I'm glad you're here, bro. Carl, you too. I hope you're taking some notes here. Carl, how are you liking this so far? I know that you and I had talked, quite a few times. And now that you're here, you're in the Discord room. How's it looking? What do you think? What is happening here? Oh, yeah, I see you did. You're up 4 Gs and you got down 2, so you're up 1,000, basically. 1,300. That's solid. Good, Carl. Glad to hear that. That's what's up. That's what this is all about. Hopefully these streams are helping too. I know that this is relatively new, so you came in at a good time. But I hope that it's all starting to make sense to you as well. I try to be as explicit as possible. So good. All right, let's pop this IB, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 4 high right now on the profile. We've got an IB high here. We just need to pop this. Let's push through this. Let's get up here. Knowing our luck, they'll pull back before they pop it, but it is what it is. And like I said to you guys in the pre-stream, if you were here, as we know, being above, it's crazy if you look at this. We actually have last week's value area high and this week's value area high in the same freaking spot. And look at all this volume building up here. I mean, just absolutely insane. If they push above this thing could really move. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And look, of course, they want to pull back before they clean that IV up. Doesn't surprise me. Oh, there we go. All right, get up there. Get up there. You know what to do. I don't want to tell you again. Get up there. Let's go, Kay. Let's get these targets, baby. Come on. Easy money. Team Vici in the house. Let's go. Come on. Give us that money. Give us the money. Show me the money. Let's get that Jeremy Maguire. I'm actually going to move this down 2 ticks. I want to be 1 point before that. Rob needs to call his pal. Rob, call your homie. We know you got him on speed dial. Stop playing. Come on. Really? Come on. You little bastards. Oh my God. Figures. Okay, look, what I didn't really miss it, but look, check this out. And we got this 1 hour here, right? It's like what they tested perfectly. I was literally freaking hair above it, bro. A hair above it. I think we come higher, but I'm just saying, like, how frustrating. And it looked tested to me. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit more aggressive on that. So we'll see. See if they smack my hand now. There's a little retest of the open. Will that do it for us? I don't know. So frustrating. 1 take, 2 takes, something like that. To make me get my scorpion out. Get over here. Hey, Rob, you there? Of course not. Of course not. Okay, just on some I'm being scared crap, I took that one from 72. I just took it at 69. That way, if we pull back, I got some room to reload. I'm up pretty good right now. I'm like, damn near fucking close this out, but I really want to get our targets. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get that little pump. Come on, Vix, sell off for us. I know, right? For the love of God, get up there. I can go. I will say this: watch this 4-hour on SPX, man. I'm thinking that this can get a reaction here. I don't know that we're still trending up, but if we're looking to take profits, 71.41 on SPX is a good place for us to peel one off of BS if you got the ammo. And it might go right through, but it might not either. So can't ever be too careful. That's another K, just to let you know, that's 6 points from where we're at right now. So that would be 74. Yeah. 74. All right. Well, maybe I'll put a target at 74. I'm moving some stops up, guys, just in case, because we do have some support to buy down here at 54. If we get a solid 1 hour close, we still got 5 minutes. So right now I don't love it, but if we get a good 1 hour close, I might consider reloading at 54 or 75. Right now I wouldn't consider it because the 1 hour is still going, but I'll let you guys know if and when it becomes a potential. I'm just going to bump my stops up to about 7 points break even, right underneath this area here. 71.60 actually. Be good, Sco. Have a good one. You must have made that money. He's out of here.
Sorry, I was off for a second. I had a phone call.
I know you had me talking to myself like an asshole. I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. No, it's the bed.
It's like you're like, dude, you're always an asshole, so it's good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate
It's funny.
it. Oh my! Talk about a test of patience up here, bro. They missed my fill by like, I don't know, maybe a point.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing. So then I moved it down. I just took one here at 69 instead of 72. Of course, now they're going to get my 72, right? But you know, you never know. I walked my stops up a little bit too, and I moved a target down to 74. It shouldn't align with SPX's 4 hour up there. So we'll see. Oh, here we go, Kay. Here we go, Kay. There you go, buddy. Can you ring the bell for me? Ding, 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 ding. T1 goes ding, ding, ding. Sing it, Francisco. By the way, guys, this is exactly what we talked about this morning. Just want to pull this over. We talked about how if this 43.75 holds, this could potentially send us all the way up. 65 being our first target as we continue to push higher. So far, the plan is guiding us in the right direction and our pre-market, talk or whatever. So right now we're cruising. I see no reason why we can't continue to drift higher. Doesn't mean we won't do little micro pullbacks on the way there, but so far we're rolling. We are rolling. All right, that's it. I gotta put this on.
Fear and greed run through the wild. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer.
That's all you get. That's all you get till next stream. Just all you gotta know is the profile is sharp and clean by every buyer. Love that. Absolutely love that. He calls Vix the king. Yeah, you're gonna get a Grammy from that. If I had to vote, you're getting a Grammy, bro. Okay, I know you took that. Please tell me you took that. That was like one tick away. Please tell me you took that. We are 4 points away, FYI, from that 4 hour right now on SPX. I moved that target down, that other target down to 73.50K, just to let you know. Just because it aligns with that 4 hours. So on SPX, again, as you know, we're looking higher, but so guys, just to let you know, they could potentially do a pullback and retest 66 to 64. It is still untested right now on a fresh 1 hour or on a fresh pullback right now. I would prefer a 4 hour close up here, but the 1 hour looks fairly okay. If they were to play that area, get back above the IV high, we might get a little continuation there. I'll show you where I'm at, you guys. So here's my 73.50, front run that 74 here. And then I still want that put wall and then all-time highs. No big deal, Kay. It's only been an hour and a half going on our fourth 30-minute candle. So we're going on 2 hours for this long. No big deal. Slow and steady. But I'll tell you what, I'll take this money over flipping burgers any day. If I ever got to sit here 5 hours. I used to be in the service industry. I used to be a bartender, waiter, did it for 10 years, made great money. And it helped me get to where I needed to be, but I certainly don't want to do it again. Being a server in Chicago, bartender, oh my God, you make ridiculous money. Ridiculous. Those people make careers out of it. Look at that 72K. They're giving us hell right here, aren't they? Oh my God. Keep back and relax here. Rob, how's your NQ bot doing?
It's doing okay. It did take a loss, but then made it up, so it's up at $300.
Pretty happy about that, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Is it
It's better if I don't watch it at all because I won't fuck with it constantly. If I don't touch it, it makes money.
Oh, you mean like it's supposed to?
Yeah. It's weird like that.
The whole design is so that we don't get emotional, right?
The whole design is so I don't fuck with it. And then what do? What's this button?
I think you guys heard me talking about this a couple of days ago on the stream. Rob built this algo. It's a scalping NQ bot that's based off of trap traders and some other shit. But he's totally got this inverse relationship. And this isn't something that we probably ever released to anybody, but he's just playing with it. And maybe after we back test it and understand a little bit more about it, we can. But it has like 30-point stops and it goes for like 7-point targets. This thing has a 90% win rate. It's just knocking them down. But it's just so inverse right now that I would feel wrong about giving it to anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's negligent to actually let anybody trade it.
Only us degens.
Yeah, exactly. Because there will be a point where the thing has to get its fucking face ripped off. It just statistically has to happen. But I mean, as long as it keeps doing what it's doing, little bits here and there, then it's okay.
Right. Okay, that was the most ridiculous. Did they even get your 72? Please tell me they got it. I need to measure this to see. Did that actually play? Did you get it? It hit 72 perfect. Did you get the fill? I don't know if it actually cleared you. You didn't get filled? So I actually changed my fills to MIT. It's called market if touched. So the moment price touches it, I don't have to wait for the queue to clear out. It's a market order. Sometimes I get a 1-tick slip on it, but in situations like this, it's worth it. Something you might want to look into. Rhythmic offers that, everybody else too. All right, Shees. Good day, brother. I know I'm sitting here up something lovely too. I'm like, do I want to keep riding this? I kind of do. But I really, greed's a hell of a drug. That and cocaine. No. All right. I'm going to take one more. Okay, I peeled another one off here. Just because. I've got 2 left. One for 79, one for 89. Oh yeah, you can see that. I didn't realize I still had this up. We're real close to this 4 hour up here. At 72, I'm telling you, I could see those wicks on those dailies. She was screaming at me. It's almost like we do this for a living. How does he know? When you lose as much money as I have, you eventually figure out what not to do. Honestly, Rob, I think if losing money was an Olympic sport, I'd be like Michael Phelps or some shit, bro.
That's multiple Olympic caliber.
Olympic caliber money loser. Yes, that's an amazing man right there. We got a nice crew on here today. It's not like crazy, but there's probably about 80 people on here. This is nice. Oh my, look at Sam. We got a scoreboard for those of you guys who don't know. We got a scoreboard. I did 54 points yesterday, but look at Sam today. My gracious. Sam always puts up the hits. This guy is so consistent with his 10 accounts. Unbelievable stuff. Look at Shees. Whoa. Okay, Shees, I see you. Great stuff. This guy, fucking, man. Bryce is just an absolute hitter. Good stuff. Man, Team Beachy puts up the hits. Honestly, though, Rob, I know you've been on the trip. Like, dude, we do our thing in here. We have a nice crew. Like, I love the fact that everybody in here gets it. You know what I mean? They make that money. I love it. It's like, makes me feel like I actually helping people. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, 72 again. Hit the button. Hit the button, Kate. Take the money. Drag it down. Ding, ding, ding. That's right. Ding, ding, ding. What a pain. Dude, this slow, grindy shit is just horrible. I assume the orb's long, right, Rob?
I don't even think it got in today. I mean, look.
Really? On the 15-minute?
Yeah, it didn't trigger.
Get out of town. On the breakout? I just knew it fired on this breakout, this 15 minutes. We pulled back, you know?
Yeah, it didn't trigger.
Fucking A. It's funny, I even said that last night. I was like, just leave it. As I have a feeling we're going to break out to the highs. It's due for a win, right? Like, one more reminder, guys. Make sure you sign up for the How to Trade a Trade Plan webinar I'm going to do on the 30th next week. It's a Q&A. All you got to do is put in your email, name, and phone number. Yes, I want all this information so I can hound you and send you dirty pictures. And we will absolutely have an awesome Q&A next week. It's probably something I'm going to be doing once or twice a month, to help you guys trade these trade plans even better. Here, by the way, is what the trade plan companion looks like. You guys don't have this yet for TradingView. It draws all the lines just like my level. Get the strings from there. And of course, the brief. You guys aren't getting this SPX brief. This is free. It's only free for the first 500 people. Then I'm going to cut it off. It's actually, you guys probably don't realize this, but companies pay to send emails. I'm sending almost 100,000 emails a month now. And this accounts for over 10,000 of those emails. And so I have to cut it off somewhere. So the first 500 people are going to be able to enjoy the fruits of that labor. Good stuff. I spent a lot of money on stupid ass emails. all the links for all this stuff is in the post, by the way, guys. Oh, I should probably go to X. Oh. I feel like it's your fault it didn't fire, Rob. It has to be. It's a winning
you know
trade.
what? You know why I didn't fire is there just wasn't enough strong enough buying out of the game, out of that hole there.
All of a sudden, now there's not strong enough buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we please get out of this fucking range? Please, for the love of Christ. Let's see. X. You guys, for those of you who just asked me for the links on X, I'm posting them right now on in the live stream. Where are you here? They're underneath here. We got that slow, grindy Friday, don't we? My gracious. Kay's out of here too. And you guys are giving me the FOMO to get out of here. Look at that 4-hour play on SPX. Oh my. I might have to take this one and just leave one for the all-time highs. Yeah, I'm gonna. Daddy don't play with no 4-hour. It's my favorite time frame. So if I get stopped right now, I get back 12 points. I can deal with that in one contract. Of course, my stop is literally at VWAP, so I'll probably be the liquidity, extra liquidity. But what are you gonna do? Rob, my average is 52, player. Let's go. 20 points in the money shot. And guys, I just want to point out one thing. We talked about this pre-market, right? So listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. All right, so check this out. We had in the plan the support, right? 60, let's see, what was it, 43? I talked to you guys about this before it even happened. The prime buy, right? It's my favorite level. We didn't get that close I wanted. So what did I do? I waited to see the 43.75 play and get back above the put wall at 49, and ultimately the 1 hour at 53. You guys saw that I added in above that 1 hour quite a few times, and really just to look at the put wall right here at 49. As you can see, with my last one left, my average is 52. So, I followed the plan just like everybody else, just to let you guys know. I mean, I put on small size down here at 46. Yes, that was my first fill, but it was super small. And then once we started to get back above the actionable setups, I added into this thing. So that's how I get my runners. And once I know it's going to go, that way, if I do take a loss, it's nothing crazy. It's like nothing I can't deal with. But if I would have had 7 or 10 on and took a loss immediately, I would have felt like a goofball, right? So I get in at the price that I want to be at, and then I add into it once I know it's going to go. And hopefully you guys are taking some lessons on this and doing the same thing. Here's what it looks like on a 30-minute, just so you can see that structure I was talking about. This is the level. This is the put level. Buy. Here we go. Lots of profit, some profit, next profit, final profit. And I actually had runners all the way up to here, but I really expected a little bit more momentum this morning, and I only got about an hour before I have to leave for my kids' thing, so. Hey, Rob. Are you there? No? Okay. Oh, he's unmuted. So I actually gave my kid a choice today. I was like, hey, do you want to go to school? And then we'll pick you up around noon and then we'll go to the college tours, or do you just want to stay home? His ass chose to go to school. I cannot believe that. He actually went to school this morning. At that age, at 17, my parents give me a choice not to go to school. I am definitely not going. I was so surprised. Bill, I just got your email. I just saw it at 9, the one you sent this morning. I will reply to you this afternoon. And just to let you know, you said you heard me yesterday. You do not know how to reply. So the way to reply, just to let you know, is through the chat bubble that I was talking about, where everybody is at, like how you got into this room. You see that big, large, I'll actually send you a screenshot. But basically, you just click on stream chat, and you can chat in there. The voice does not work. The only people that can talk are me and Rob. I did that intentionally because that way we have 30 people talking at one time. So. Yeah, Rob's always ducking and diving. Guy's a trip. Damn, AMD's up Intel's up 24% today to $82. If you guys recall, we were buying that at $22. I still got shares of this. It's just cruising. Wow. Fantastic. Yeah, we're still moving up, bro. We're still moving up, V. Next target's 79. That's the big pivot options level there. 79, 81, whatever. I actually took one a little early here. I took my 78 target right here. I was a big pussy about it. I saw this 4-hour level reacting on SPX, and so I got a little jumpy. But I saved one, so I wish I would have saved the other target. I was whatever. Yeah, the open was messy. Hell yeah, it was. It took some confidence to hold through that. But once they started to go, we were good. And that's why I use the higher time frame, bro. I'm looking at the 1 hour, 30-minute. Really, I'm staring at the 30-minute because it takes all that noise out. I don't get shook out like that. Same thing applies. I mean, the 15-minute is my smallest. And as you can see, we talked about all those rejection wicks at the low. Those rejection wicks gave me confidence that we would basically hold that area. So, you don't need the tick charts and all that shit. It's all here. And honestly, the lower charts to lower time frames, they just shake me out. I still can't trade them. I prefer to take higher time frame trades with higher time frame candles and look for big moves. I mean, I'm in from 52. We're up over 20 points. Some guys kill. They try to scalp 2 or 3 points. They would kill for 10 points a day. We're up over 20 points on our runners. Our first targets were 10 points. Second targets was 20. I'm looking for all-time highs of 89, so 52 to 40 points for my final target. That's what I'm talking about. Sit here and play on my phone. Dude, I can't do the scalps either. It's so stressful to me. So I'm a firm believer that everyone has mental capital, right? So like every trader has a certain period of time where you can stay laser focused, and you can have a certain amount of trades where you basically essentially lose your emotional capital, right? Because every trade that you get into applies a little bit of stress, whether you think it's stressful or not. You always have that risk of losing money or taking a loss. Nobody wants to be wrong. So with that being said, there's a complexity there of essentially, stress. And so I find personally over the years that when I wait for a proper setup and take something that's a little bit more like this, right? I'm in one trade. This is our only trade today. Long, I'm letting it go. A lot of guys who are scalping, they've already taken 10 trades today. Right? They're using that mental capital, that emotional capital to try to, because every time you hit the button, you put risk on, right? So for me, I've just found over the years that it's so much better to just wait for the bangers, get in, pull the big points, and then, let it do its thing. I just do not have the patience for the small stuff, not anymore. So guys, just to talk about this too, we talked about this pre-market. It's also in the plan. If you guys recall, I talked about SPX, that we had the value area high up here in this 4 hour, even though I said I think it could punch through. This is still a reactionary area. We have basically traversed this whole, yesterday's range. We popped above the POC. Now we're right up here in this 4 hour lost area. But more importantly, I didn't say more importantly, but for those who understand, yesterday's value area high, right? So we are at the top of yesterday's value. So, within this range, low of value, high of value. So it doesn't surprise me that we're getting a little rotation here, which is one reason why I peeled off some money a little early up into this area, because I could see this pulling back into support here and then continuing to go higher. Doesn't mean it will. We could continue to grind. I don't really know, right? But I'm just, trying to use to the best of my ability the information that we have to the best of my ability. But we kind of expected this little head bump up here, I guess is what I'm saying. And it's working out. So I don't know if you saw me earlier, but I actually moved my target down into this area here. Obviously, I took it a little early, around 74, 70, somewhere in here. But I was just looking at this highest untested, thinking, I wonder, instead of trying to go for 79. But we'll see what happens. I got to tell you, this was a beautiful sweep yesterday. They swept these two daily lows, reclaimed. Now we pushed an all-time high already from this sweep. It's absolutely sexy. I know we're working on it in the cash session, but they did something very similar in the cash session. Swept this daily low, pushed up. Now we're trying to make this all-time high. So we'll see. What is the high? Here we go. Oh yeah, I already have it marked over here. Oh yeah, no problem. Glad you enjoyed it. That's what's up. NC2W on YouTube. You're welcome, my friend. Make sure you sign up for the webinar. It'll be on the 30th. The link's right above in the comments. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, V. So guys, as you know, yesterday, SPX made a new all-time high by about 25 cents. And then they basically dumped over 100 points. I'm curious to see if they're going to push higher than this all-time high today. They're going to need to, because this is the all-time high for SPX. If we want ES to make a new all-time high today, the SPX will have to go well past the all-time high to give us that new high by approximately 10 points. So it's going to need to come to about 56 to give ES the new all-time high. Rough estimate. I gotta tell you, it's hard for me not to trail up even more, just knowing that this could roll right here. I'm running out of time too. I got 30 minutes left. I do believe this area can play again. However, I think I'm going to drag my stop up. And this is a personal thing, guys. If I had more time, I would leave it where it's at. I'm about 30 minutes away from leaving. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull my stop up to right here. Lock this in. We'll lock in about 52, 62, 17 points. So we continue to try to push higher. Have a great weekend, Francisco. Love you, bro. I'll look at that PDF when I'm on this trip. Guys, check out the profile. We're still pushing higher. We have a poor high at the top, which gives us an indication that we can continue to push higher still. The inefficiency will more than likely get cleaned up. Doesn't have to be today, though. Please keep that in mind. You can see they did the same thing here. We had a poor high. We closed here. The very next day, they rallied all the way up to fix this high before coming all the way down. This was yesterday. And so, again, we have a poor high. It will more than likely get fixed and more than likely get fixed today. However, it doesn't have to happen. And once again, the reason, just so everybody knows why I pulled my stop up, one, I'm almost out of time. Two, as you can see, we're playing this value area high really close to SPX, which I talked about in the pre-market and in the trade plan, where I do think this area can get a reaction, which we are clearly getting right now. How steep it is, I don't know. I do like this potential area down here for a buy and even into VWAP, but I won't be here. So I'm still not quite sold on the 54 yet, even though I do think it'll play. I really would like to see a solid 1 hour close above the 72 first before I got all excited. Excuse me, above 71. If they close the 1 hour above 71, I think that makes 54.75 definitely viable. But I do not think I'll be here for that. So you guys just keep an eye out for that if you're going to be trading the afternoon session. However, I will say this for those of you who don't know this: Fridays after 12 are not when the best opportunities are had. Doesn't mean you can't make money. Doesn't mean that you won't make money. But as a general rule, Fridays after 12, usually if you're trading after 12 o'clock on a Friday, you're down. You're trying to make up something, which probably isn't the best idea. So just throwing that out there. Well, here comes that rotation, a little bit of rotation here. Perfect touch on the value area high. And I hope that everyone here knows where that came from. We talked about it this morning. The value area levels came from the SPX brief, everybody. If you guys have signed up for this, you should have gotten this right here. Yesterday's value area high, 71.46. Point of control is 31. Low is 96. This is what we're bumping our head on right now, as you can see. Live and in person. There it is right here. 71.90. I'm sorry, 46, excuse me. Perfect touch. 71.46. And if I had to guess, I'd say they're going to grab my stop. But we'll see. VIX is trying to get a little life down here as well. Big buyer, I see you. There he is. These guys get stuck up here. You know the routine, bro. There will be some trapped sellers or buyers up top, this is a pretty common occurrence here. You can see we had big sellers at the lows, which caused the squeeze up. Now we're getting big buyers at the highs, causing price to come down when they don't get any follow through. So I'm going to let it stop me just in case they want to play the one standard. My guess is I will more than likely be stopped. Get back 7-8 points. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here too. It's absolutely gorgeous. As soon as this thing gets knocked out or I hit this target, I'm out of here. Valley Forge. Oh, that's dope. I'm in Indianapolis. Yeah. We should look and see how far that is. Maybe we should get together on a weekend. I recognize the name. You're not talking about Pennsylvania, right? You're talking about a different spot. Valley Forge, what? Okay. Patrizia, where'd you go? You're just coming back? Did you leave? Come back at the tail end. We're still long. Made hell of points today. I'm about to get stopped out here in my runner, guys, just to let you know where we're at with things. If you followed along this morning, and again, I know everybody trades different size, but let me look and see. I walked you guys along with this the whole time. I'm currently up 93 points closed, and I'm up 20 points on this runner here, so well over 110 points right now. If they stop me out, I'll have about 100 points on the day. So not bad, not too bad. Walked through everybody here. Great day for Free Alpha Friday. It's a slow start to the morning, but everything's working out. Yeah, peptides are cool. You just gotta be careful. You know, they're experimental. You know what I mean? So I'm very cautious. When I was young, I didn't care. I was doing all kinds of steroids and all kinds of shit. I didn't care. But I've played in the peptides. But now that I've gotten older, I don't know. Maybe I'm just realizing my mortality. I don't know. But I'm a little bit more cautious about what I'm doing here. Yeah. Yeah, nice trading, B. This has been great. I know that you basically took advantage of all this. So, good stuff. We'll see if they hold up. Check this out. We had a big buyer step in right here at the 71, which we're playing right now. That's also the 1 hour top down. So this could continue to send us higher. This was untested right here. That's why I had my stop directly underneath it. I wanted to give it an opportunity to play. Uh-oh, Zook's short. We might have a problem. Zook's a hitter. We'll see. My stop's where my stop is. Right? Yeah, that's why I stayed in V. I had the one standard right here, which tends to be a good level when you're trending. One standard from the VWAP. And then we also had this untested 1 hour. I'll show you where that came from right here. All right. And so that in combination with that one standard, I was hoping would pop us up. Maybe not. Maybe that's just temporary. We'll see. Maybe it's a little blip. Oh, yeah, you enjoy the weekend too, Sheenan. Pleasure. Glad to have you guys on the stream. Hope everybody enjoyed this. All the, we don't normally stream the charts. I know it gets a little boring, but, I can't control its tempo. And I'm out of drugs. The coffee's gone. It's not good. I know, right? Well, good. I'm glad you like it. That's what's up. Got nothing but positive feedback so far, so. I know I'm a little rough around the edges, so. Between the swearing and the inappropriate comments. Just trying to have a little fun. So, as usual, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we are certainly progressing our way up nicely off of this 4 hour. We pushed well above 65. I see no reason why 81 and all-time highs can't be in the cards. Of course, that doesn't mean we won't pull back either, so that's that. Yeah, you can't handle a little roughness. You probably should be traded. I know, right? And you know what? What's crazy? So I come from the pit a long time ago, dude. I'm like a choir boy compared to these guys. These guys were drinking every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, doing cocaine in the bathroom, having sex with hookers, all kinds of shit in the bathroom right before work. It was insane. It was crazy. That was a whole nother world. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Let's go. Let's get up there. We got some news. Let's go. SPX is well. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate this. Here we go. Let's get this high, guys. Come on. Let's push this all-time high. Oh! Yes. Fucking A right, you guys. Oh, that was excellent. And here was my other target, by the way. Oh, if I would have just held and not been such a pussy, that was my next target right there. Oh, unbelievable. Fucking great day. Absolutely money shot. And we're still going. God bless. God bless America. Carl, I'm really glad you like this. I know you had your hesitations and your reservations. I kept telling you over the phone, bro, just give it a try. So I'm glad you like that. Look at these, guys. Look at these call walls in the second deviation options volume levels playing perfectly. This is for my guys in the room and all my Substack subscribers. If you are not putting these levels on your chart, you are doing yourself a serious injustice. I think this is a perfect example right here. We went right up. We actually had this as part of our strategy for the levels that we were watching for all-time high targets. And just to show you guys what I'm talking about. And so I'm not going to beat a dead horse after this, but just to show you how it looks in here. Look, do you see this? Price discovery target call walls, right? So if we come up here, we're looking at 96 to 99, right? And then if it continues above that, where did we go? 96 to 99. You guys should be eating this shit up. You know, this took me a long time to get all this stuff together. I'm giving it to you guys, and all you got to do is make it work. So good stuff. Good stuff. 130 points, almost 131 for me today. Yeah, now it's time to go pay some college tuition. So you guys, excellent stuff. I didn't know you used to live the hedge fund life. Meta, that's cool. It's a shitty life, honestly. I lived it too, and I was in institution for a long time. And they make it look great in the movies, but it's not that fun. You always got some asshole breathing over you telling you how to check your risk. And you're like, dude, just go eat a donut or something and let me do my job. You know? Yep. No sleep during the week, party hard on the weekend, pretty much. Well, guys, I think this is a great place to cut it off. I don't see any reason to take any further than this. We hit our all-time high target. We actually hit the target higher than that. If I would have just been holding my runner, that would have been sweet as hell. All good. So anyways, with that being said, make sure you guys sign up for the SPX brief. Make sure you sign up for the webinar. It is all inside this post below. And if you're not using the trade plan companion, make sure you get yourself in. Guys, listen, we traded the trade plan. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. This is great stuff. I think I'm going to start doing free alpha Friday every week. So please join me next week. This was fantastic. I hope you guys all have enjoyed. And I will see you guys Sunday for the weekend review. As you guys know, that is our flagship release for the week to kind of give you guys a heads up of what's going to happen. So all targets hit, trade plan complete. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and together we conquered the markets. Cheers.